Dudes and dudettes, how are you guys? This is Chazzy and welcome back to The Mixer, the segment on this channel where I give you guys all sorts of detailed analyses from all walks of life. I talk about people, places, animals, food, sports, traveling, the whole 9 yards. Hence why it's called The Mixer, because I like to mix things up here in this huge playlist with over 200 videos at this point. Holy crap, I'm getting old. I am very old on YouTube, and this is actually a remake of a topic that I've already even covered, a couple of years ago, maybe 1 or 2 years ago, where I talked about the concept of a language pill. But before I get into it, let me just explain. Today is a very nice day. It's nice and sunny outside. The weather is perfect for recording videos. However, you guys might notice some random background sounds, because there is a dog that does not stop barking, somewhere downstairs in the neighborhood. There are birds chirping on the other direction, like I just said, the dog. There's somebody doing construction nearby. So today is not a very good day audio-wise to record videos, but I am going to try anyway, because I have to get the content out. So for the next few videos, you guys might notice a random dog barking in the background. I don't know why. I tried to get him to stop. I saw him, but I think the owners aren't giving him attention or something. But still, let's talk about the language pill, huh? Now, here's the thing. In case you guys don't know, I am an English teacher, but I also do teach informatics, and I have taught many other things throughout the years, many different disciplines and subjects. However, I tend to focus mainly on English because it is my bread and butter. You guys might notice that I speak English very well. And I got to wondering some time ago, which is why I recorded this video the first time, and I think it warranted a remake now. The language pill is something that, I actually always thought that try to imagine it with me right here. It doesn't necessarily have to be a language per se, but what if you could gain the knowledge of any topic by just ingesting a pill? It's very similar to The Matrix, if you've ever seen the first movie, where you have to sort of download knowledge, into your brain stem, and it's going to, reflect that inside the Matrix. So, Neo is just there, Thomas Anderson, right? He's just sitting there, in the chair, and he gets, knowledge gets updated into his brain, gets uploaded into his brain, and then suddenly he knows Kung Fu in the Matrix. What if that was possible with a pill that you swallow with just simple water, Like, just try to imagine for one quick second you being able to gain any skill in the world just by swallowing a pill. How trippy would that be, man? I mean, nobody would ever have to study anything else, You wouldn't have to go to college for many years or get experience in a certain line of work or watch different seminars, It would just be a very, very quick and simple thing. However, in my opinion, it is a very, very threadbare concept, because when it comes to, acquiring knowledge without actually studying and going for it, I think that there are certain ways that... how can I explain this in a simplified way? Because even I can barely understand it. My brain cannot comprehend the complexity of all of this, and I'm trying to talk about it. Imagine if in the fraction of a second, you could gain all of the knowledge in the world and use it to become a much better intellectual and not find yourself... my brain hurts. Okay, let's try to focus on the actual, the idea of the video itself, right? Languages. All right. Usually it takes a person many, many years to successfully learn a language, and probably even longer to achieve fluency or even mastery of that language, I myself am a Japanese student. I have been learning Japanese, by myself for a few years now. I did used to have a private teacher, but now I mostly just stick to this app called Duolingo, and I also do some sort of... It's not that I do online classes, but I watch a lot of online videos that kind of simulate classes, and give you pronunciation lessons, So I know how difficult it is for you to learn a whole new language. I already speak 3 languages, which is English, Portuguese, and Spanish. Spanish is sort of like, it's intermediate. I know how to use it to communicate, but I'm not exactly comfortable speaking it like I am with English, for example. But I know that it normally takes a very long time for you to learn a language and achieve fluency in it. So imagine if you could bypass all of that with just a pill. Just try to imagine if there was a pill that you could swallow and instantly become fluent in any language that you desire, no matter how difficult it is. Huh? Come on, you gotta admit, that would be pretty cool, right? Let's say you want to learn Chinese or, Russian or, I don't know, German, some of those really, really difficult European languages, or even for some dumb reason you want to learn Greek or Latin, those languages that are barely spoken in the world today, So, I mean, Latin is essentially a dead language. Nobody really knows what it sounds like anymore, but still, what if you could learn it just for bragging rights, just for the sake of knowing it, and then you could swallow this pill and suddenly become fluent, completely natively fluent in that language, you know? It would be bonkers, man. It would be insane. Of course, I would be out of a job because, you know, I'm an English teacher primarily. So if my students could suddenly take a pill that would make them instantly fluent in English, I wouldn't have a job anymore. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword, you know? There are pros and cons there. Like I, for example, could become fluent in Japanese and in South Korean. Okay, hold on a second. Is South Korean and North Korean, are they two different languages, or is there just one Korean? Like, do South and North Koreans speak the same language? Or is it like Chinese where there's, you know, traditional and simplified? I don't really know. But no, because like in Chinese there's Mandarin and there's Cantonese. There are different dialects in the thing, and I don't know. This topic really rocks my brain, man. It's freaking making my brain spin, you know? But still, the point is that I would love to be fluent in more Asian languages because I do watch a lot of Asian movies and TV shows, you know, with English captions, of course. So if I was fluent in them, I could still use the captions, but I could understand them a lot better. I could literally know what they were saying, like when I watch a movie in English or in Portuguese, right? With or without the captions. So I think that would be really cool to fully understand those languages there. Yesterday I watched a Thai movie. A Thai? Do I say Thai? Yeah. From Thailand, a Thai movie, right? And so it's very different. It's a much more complex language than the ones that I'm already used to, you know? So it would be amazing if I could become fluent in every single one of these Asian languages, you know, so I could watch all the movies and TV shows and listen to music without having to constantly translate and whatnot. But of course, like I said, I would not have a job as a teacher because my students could just take this pill and I would be obsolete, you know? It'd be like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, where his father works at a factory, but he gets fired and replaced by a robot, but then he gets hired to fix that robot. But I don't think it would work with me, you know? If my students can learn English with a freaking pill in a second, that would suck, you know? However, there is one more factor that is probably the one that makes it so complicated for this to exist in real life. It might not be surprising that if such a pill existed in the real world today, it would not be cheap. Not even close. Not by a long shot. And I actually expect that because whoever the hell, you know, develops this technology successfully and it passes the trials, you know, whether it's animals or humans, and it works successfully. Wait a second. How would an animal take a pill and become fluent in a language or anything else for that matter? That doesn't make any sense. Now, let's say that they go through the beta testing, you know, and they actually successfully test it out in a person, and when it works and they actually are able to get the patent and license to you know, fabricate and sell these. I imagine that the guy who created it would not want it to sell cheap, you know? In the United States alone, I personally expect that these pills would sell for upwards of $10,000 a piece, and honestly, that is probably at the low end because you have to consider that it is a pill. In theory, if this were to actually work in real life, in theory, it is a pill that you swallow and instantly become a master of any skill that you desire. Like I said, it's not just languages, although I think it would be the most technically appreciative one. You know, everybody would like to learn language, but you could become skilled in anything, you know, whether it's, you know, like for example cooking, or I don't know, administration, or I don't know, maybe law. Maybe that's actually a bit more complicated. Let's focus on languages, okay? Because I think that, you know, if we start talking about pills that you can take and become good at anything, then it's gonna go down an even bigger rabbit hole. Let's just focus on languages. I still think that, you know, if you're able to take a pill and instantly become perfectly fluent in any language in the world, I mean, dude, that's actually very, very hefty, you know, because it's depending on how long you take to learn, because there are people who learn fast, others who learn slowly. Depending on how long you would take, you are automatically bypassing years of apprenticeship, you know. You are completely leapfrogging over many, many years of learning a language, studying, practicing, speaking, writing, listening, you know, all of the exercise related to comprehension and everything else. You are completely getting rid of that. You're wiping the slate and gaining all of that knowledge and linguistical power in just a fraction of a second when you swallow a pill, you know. So 10K more or less, I think, would be the starting price, you know. And if it ever happens, feel free to quote me on this, you know. If such a pill ever exists, it is not going to be affordable by us, I can tell you that, you know. It definitely won't. I can imagine a bunch of YouTubers, you know, buying these pills and taking them and saying, hey, I learned Korean in 5 seconds, you know. So many titles, so many videos, you know. But just like many other things that are, you know, very convenient for humanity, I think there would be a downside, because automatically you might already understand where I'm going with this. You know, if many people around the world can just take a pill and learn a language, there would be no more language teachers, you know? Even if it would only be affordable to the super rich at first, at some point there would be no more teachers to have a job and teach us things, you know? I mean, at least in the language department. Like, how would there be more English teachers or Spanish teachers or, you know, Asian language teachers, you know? No, there would be no more. Like, I wouldn't have a job. I don't think the place where I work would exist anymore, because we mostly teach English and Spanish, you know? So, I mean, it's crazy, man. Imagine how many schools would just shut down immediately overnight, you know? Throughout the course of a week or a month, it would put such a toll on the economy. It would be crazy. While the super rich just get smarter and smarter learning their foreign languages by just swallowing a pill. But still, in my opinion, it is a very cool concept. I think it would be awesome, and like in theory it would be cool, but in execution I think that the real world ramifications would be much more negative than positive. At least that's how I think. So I don't know, man. Like I said before, it's a double-edged sword, you know? I'm not really sure how it would work, but still, I just wanted to get this out here. I thought it would be really awesome. Like, well, what company would even mass produce this, you know? Disney? I think it's Disney. Yeah, probably Disney, because they're pretty much buying everything, you know? Even if another company produced this kind of pill, Disney would probably buy it and start mass producing and selling it worldwide, you know, because holy crap, what haven't they bought at this point, right? But still, I think it's a nice concept, you know, and I don't know how else I can extend it. I just wanted to give you guys a short little vlog here. And also, I'm sorry if this vlog doesn't seem very enthusiastic. It's because if I'm being honest with you guys, I'm in a very bad mood today. I woke up very early to record videos, and Sundays are days where I upload too, and this goddamn dog won't shut the hell up, you know? I managed to grab a few minutes here where he's actually relatively silent, and it's been really stressing me out. It's been a few days that I couldn't record videos because of the dog, so let's just see if it goes well after now. And also, I'm just going through a rough time lately, you know, and I'm actually feeling burnt out from YouTube, but I just have like maybe 15 or so more videos to go until I hit 1,000 and take another extended vacation. So just be patient with me if all of the videos aren't, you know, high quality, but still, I'm trying, guys. I swear I'm trying, okay? Just be patient. I have some cool stuff planned out that's not just going to be concept vlogs, okay? But for now, let me know in the comments below what you think about this topic. If you would like to have a pill like this or not, you know, just let me know, because I would love to know. Anyway, if you happen to like this video, please go ahead and give it a like, and also subscribe to my channel, because I release videos every single day. And while you're at it, hit the notification bell too, so you can know exactly what time I upload, and it's all good. This is Chazzy signing out for now, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Roll the outro screen.